Hey, hello everyone, good to see you all on this video. And in this video, I'm going to talk about generative AI. And this is just an informative video and a little disclaimer. All the details that I'm going to share in this video is based upon the information that I have collected. So if you feel any mismatches in the information, please put those in comments and it will be good for the following viewers. Okay. Uh, for my first question is, what is Gen AI? And everybody is talking about AI, so artificial intelligence, right? So we can give the clarity. Generative means gen, and artificial intelligence, which is AI. So that's all. You can part this one word into two: gen AI, generative plus artificial intelligence. And you can able to see there's a word called situational content. So it will generate the situational content. It is not like the predefined content. So if you are asking a question, so the question should be noticed and the answer should be situational. Situational means it is depending upon the question, according to the time or according to the query. Okay, you can say query because this is a best form of the input that that an user can able to give. And it should be at text. Yes, for example, chat gpt, and image dali, coding we can say github copilot, and audio and video. Many of the ai platforms are there. I never experienced anything personally, so I don't have anything about this one. And fresh content, not a copy paste. Yeah, like that I said, it is a situational content. It should be a fresh. It depends upon the query, and there is nothing to be a copy paste. Means it is not copying any information that someone posted, and it is giving. So everything should be creative, not a copy paste. But you can ask a question like, what about the reference? Yeah, reference should be there, but it is created, not mostly copy pasted. So these are all about the generative AI. So it is generating something. To be short, we can say generative means generating, creating, or we can say creating something. By creating, you can able to get the information or the answer. Okay, so that's all about that. And what is artificial intelligence? By the name itself, we can say artificial means human made, and intelligent, it's kind of, I can say, thinking. Okay, so to make a machine to think like a human, so here we need to work about the machine to think like a human. That's all. So artificial machine and artificial thinking like a human. So human basically natural thinking. So here natural, and here artificial, and understanding the situation and react accordingly. So here need to understand the situation and react. So understanding the situation mandatory, otherwise it will give you the copy paste. That's why here the artificial intelligence plays a major role. We're comparing to google search. So normal google search will be like copy paste, right? Copy paste, why I am saying means the information should be there and it will show you the already available information. Okay, and machine learning and deep learning, these two are the main major source that an ai can able to work. So machine can learn about those things. Large language models, those kind of things will come under person. Deep learning, more data needed. So more data, it will be like a deep learning. So here llm, for example, something. Okay, so you'll get an idea. So without this machine learning and deep learning, ai can't work. Next thing, machine learning. For example, I'm giving this apple image, and train the machine. We need to train the machine to do something without human involvement. So with further examples, you can able to get it. In millions of data, model need to be insertion. So more data means more accurate. Okay, so more computational power also required. So there are millions of data, that's why more computational power. And learn from data and improves over time. Like that I said. So more data, and improves over time. Okay, by seeing this image, you can say apple, right? My question is, how many apple have you seen in your life? From childhood itself, you have seen more than millions of apple, right? Uh, if the apple is in green color, we can say it's a green apple, right? So depends upon the color, we can say. So if you are giving a one dimensional or from the one phase of this data, like this is not one dimensional, this is a we can say y axis and x axis, the 2D photo. And if you are giving this only one photo, it will tell you only this is the apple. Even though if there is an it's, another dimension of the apple, like a top view, if you are giving, and it will show, it will tell this is not a apple. Okay, so that's why I mentioned millions of data. So millions of data is mandatory for as of now to teach the machine, to train the machine. Okay, so otherwise it will give you a wrong answer. Yeah, mostly we can get wrong answer as of now. We are in the beginning stage, but this is an example. Like more data means we can get a accurate answer. So accuracy will depends upon the data, how much that we have implemented. And the next one is deep learning. So deep learning it consists of a neural network. So neural network, we can say we have neurons. So everything is connected by nodes or whatever it is. So these are like brain cells. So if some information is in one cell, it will pass to another cell. So it's kind of a complex network, some billions count of neurons available in human body, like that we have studied, right? So it's a complex network. So like that we have created neural network for our deep learning. So that is called as a neural network layer. So these are all the layers. First you need to process, this is like identification. Yeah, it needs to identify, right? Identify which is apple. So sorry, apple. So it should be a fruit, right? So need to understand the input. So that's the process, and it will analyze what it is. It's a fruit, and color means red and green. As of my knowledge, I'm saying. So kind of things, and I learn from it. So what it can learn. So this is a fruit, and from its location, from where we can get price. So how what about the price as of now, and its family. Yeah, these are the most main things that we need to find, because biological terms in depth, everyone can say fruit, and we can say location, also price for per kg this much the price is, but the family, how much water it need, lifetime. So these are all the some deep important things it need to learn from the data, so that we need to provide those things. And also it needs more computational power. Like I said, neural networks are too complex things, so we need more computational power. And machine can take a decision through neural network like a human. So that's why, so if you, if the data is more, and it will take a decision like as sorry, decision like as, otherwise it will give you some random data, mostly inappropriate. If for example, if you don't know about something, then how will I trust your answer? Same thing here. So if I don't know your words, or if I don't know that you don't uh, that you know much, so then how can I trust your answer? So same thing, more data, more accuracy. And what is conventional AI? So conventional AI is nothing but it is the previous version of AI, I would say. So it's a normal, okay, normal and day to day life that what we are using. So most of the predicted, most of the pre programmed things will come under this one. So for example, I would say Google Maps. So it will give you the prediction of ETA, right? So estimated time 30 minutes. But is this possible to reach in 30 minutes? Probably. So 50 out of 50, we can say, because traffics will be the impact, or vehicle repair, sometimes driver fatigue. Okay. uh, so these are all the unexpected things that we need to consider while considering this 30 minutes. Okay, fine. Input data is feed and final data is an output. So input data is like a location to from and to, and the feed, the final data is like output. So this is the final output. 30 minutes we need to wait, or it will come arrive at 30 minutes. So here it is a prediction 30 minutes. And first we can say it will predict, and if next thing is it will differentiate. If we are giving some lengthy, so A to B is just a 30 minutes. In case we are giving A to C, if it is showing 45 minutes, then it can differentiate both. So the distance between A and B and A and C, it can differentiate, and it is giving the 45 minutes, extending time accordingly. So grouping, now we can say it is categorizing those things. Yeah, maximum we can say category. Uh, and translation, translation also. So these are predefined, right? For example, how are you? If you translate this to your own language, most of things are same, right? So whatever the exact pronunciation according to it, with respectively, sorry, with respect, it will give you the answer. So these are all the transition. More data, again we can say more data, more accuracy. So if I am giving any bad word for this translation, so how are you, and you need to translate this to any other language, and my data is having some issue, or wrong, if I input the wrong data, then bad word will pop up. So my whole translation will go a miserable error. So that's why. Okay, more data, more accuracy. But these are like predictions. We can't say whether it is a 100 percentage. Only we can say 100 percentage is the possible probability. Okay. Next one, comparing to conventional AI, what is the difference between comparative and generative AI? So you can get idea once I complete this one. By the name itself, I already told you generative, so it is generating something. So here input data will generate new content. It is not a prediction. Okay, so if it is giving a prediction, it can give prediction, but conventional AI can't give you a new content. So this is the different, or most different thing that we can able to identify or distinguish between generative and uh, conventional AI. Okay, so the more data, more generative content. Same thing, more data, more generative content. For example, I would say, in the previous one, I gave A from traveling from A and B. So I will give by bus. So bus means the crowd will be high, stops will be high, and we need to consider those things. And you can say 2019 model bus, so old model, we can consider that one. And engine type also, what we can say, diesel engine, and 80 percentage efficiency. So if we are giving 80 percentage efficiency of a diesel engine made in 2019 machine bus, and need to travel A to B, so from that A to B we can say we have two bus stops, and here A, here B. So considering 1 minute stop over here, so the whole travel time is from the whole travel time from A to B is 30 from conventional, and AI will bring you 45. Why? Because we need to consider the things. Okay. So this is just a simple example that we need to consider conventional and the generative. Even in Google Maps we can see these kind of things. So yeah, this is a kind of an artificial intelligence. So it will give you an answer like a human. So like a human, you can ask a human, right, from A to B I need to travel how much. So they will say if you are going by this bus then it will take two stops, but they don't give you the 2019 model bus details, right. Two stops will take almost with the traffic we can reach within 45 minutes. So they will give you the prediction like 45 minutes, right. So same thing we can say here. So what we are giving more data from input and also more generative content. Then more conventional power more faster. Yeah, like we are giving more data, more power need should be. So more power and conventional power needs the processing power need more, and then more faster results. Otherwise it will take more time, and it will show you loading. Finally I don't know what is going to happen. Conversational and contextual, you can see conversational, like if I'm asking like what is the distance between A to B. So it will give you 45 kilometer. Then any stops by bus. So it will accept this question uh, belongs to this question, means there is a mutual connection, and it will show you yes, two stops. So here you can say 45 kilometer and two stops are interconnecting between these two questions, first and second question. So similar to like I can say like a human. The answer is coming out like a human. That's why I already mentioned generative is like we are training the machine to answer or to react like a human. So first thing in my mind it comes whenever I'm thinking about the Gen AI is Chat GPT. Okay, so this is just a normal example. Whoever knows about tech, they knows about Chat GPT. Even I'm using Chat GPT in my day-to-day life to assign or to type or to align the text in a proper way. It's not like a word file alignment, like arrangement of words. Fine. Language model by OpenAI. So this is a company, we know that one, and they clearly mentioned this is a language model. So we can say all languages should be here, should be available, and by this word language we can say it will give you the paragraphs and all. Why I'm saying it will help on it. So how to create a creative content kind of things. Okay. So version 3.5 is a simple text conversation like human. Yes, like that I previously mentioned, like that contextual conversation, those kind of things. Yes, we can create essay, poem, thesis. And version 4 it is having image output. So we can say similar to DALI. Okay, so DALI is having that image output, but here version 4 of ChatGPT means advanced version with more image input, sorry, image data processing. Okay. Okay, comparing this to Google or Bing images, the search engine will the data, show the data of a website. Okay, but here AI create the data or output by the provided input. Okay, so you can able to feel the difference. One is just showing, one is creating. Okay, so that's why AI is different, need to be differentiate as of now. Okay, and then these are like ChatGPT is integrated with Bing and Teams, Copilot, Azure. So these are all like a Microsoft project. Those who are using Microsoft project day to day life, they can able to see this one in the back side. Okay, they can't see in the front end, but in the back end it is using chat gpt to give the exact answer. And generative pre-trained transformer, so this is called GP, generative pre-trained transformer. So transformer, what is transformer, I'll I will tell this later. From chat gpt they are giving web interface, wi for user like us, and the API, application programming interface for developers. So these are all about the ChatGPT. Why I'm mentioning ChatGPT? Because this is one of the best AI. Because if you want to create content, and it will give you the perfect. It will give you mostly 90 percentage above uh, perfectness. Okay, so that's why I am taking ChatGPT. And let's go. Okay, here we have found, we have concluded all this thing, what we have learned is previously. So in this overview we can say AI can generate new content like ChatGPT. I want to do this and I want to do this. My situation is like that. If input is elaborative, and it will give you a new content according to your input. Okay, then generative AI can create new content or data, like data than conventional AI, new content or data than conventional AI. This is the like that Google Maps I already told you, right? So deep learning by machine will give generative AI. Yes, deep learning by machine, only by deep learning by machine can give you generative, means otherwise it can't create anything new. It will show you like, it is like a conventional otherwise. And ChatGPT acts as a human in text interaction. So whatever you are asking in ChatGPT apps, yeah, you can able to interact with it in your native language. That is the main advantage. Yeah. Okay, then how it works, how the generative AIs are working, whatever things like you can say ChatGPT or Google board, I think, and from Meta, Lam, something. I don't have idea about those two, but a little bit idea about ChatGPT. So how it works? So these are like you can see first large language model, mandatory one. So it is having all the data. So whatever you are asking, it will take the data from this language models. And prompt engineering, this is one of the best thing you need to user need to feed. Uh, and embedding will embedding and fine tuning also comparing comes under this category, user need to feed. So but with this four, we can create a perfect output of gen AI. So in the following video I'll show you how we are working on it. Okay, so first thing is language, large language model. So it's a data model, so it contains all languages, human speaking one. Okay, it is not about the data that is only understandable by computer, human speaking languages. Text data to analysis, yeah, mostly I can say this 3.5 version of ChatGPT, more than 500 GB of text data that it consumed for analysis. And transformers, like I said, transformers from ChatGPT, that T is a neural network, and with more size and more scale. So transformers can process the data for its own. I will tell you what is this for its own, and can create one word at a time. So because of the what we can say text suggestion, like what if you create what is the uh, highest building, okay, in this, or you can say in Arab country, then the answer or anything like highest building, after that in after in the Arab will come and like a suggestion, because we know Burj Khalifa is one of the highest or tallest one, right? So instead of highest we can say tallest. Fine. So the text suggestion like a one word at a time. It is not giving the whole sentence as a prediction. and entire Wikipedia text is a data model. Yeah, I got to know like entire Wikipedia as a text data that GPT took, Chat GPT took. Okay, for the text model and content generation. Yes, we can generate content with Chat GPT, chatbot translation. Yes, chatbot is there from Chat GPT translation, text summary, everything we can do with the help of Teams, Copilot, or ChatGPT, whatever the things. Okay, so those are all comes under the large language model. So those who are getting training, those are all the machines, those who are getting training from the large language model, they can able to do this kind of content generation and these things. Okay, because that whole data depends on the language model and prompt engineering. So this is comparatively joining, or we can say sorting. Yes, sorting of the search, sorting the query, you can say kind of a sorting. Okay, so command or an order reply depends on the accuracy of it. So what we can say, these are the prompts means sorting. So if I want to understand, if I want to know the weather, so we can say weather of my location, like a weather of Pune. Okay, so this is kind of a command, weather of Pune. I don't want to say what is the weather of the Pune as of now, or what like that. The command, just a command or an order, weather. So it can take weather Pune. So what is the current weather situation, and it will give you the answer like 25 degrees Celsius as of now, right? So reply depends on the accuracy of it, how accurate we are giving. And if I want to give exactly where am I, so the location exactly where am I. So for example, weather of uh, what we can say, change what. Okay, so if I'm giving that there is a location, there is a spot in Pune, so it is kind of an accuracy. But you can say like, oh okay, in that area it is 20 degrees Celsius, because of something. Okay, so inside Pune, in Pune it is 25 degrees Celsius, but inside Pune, since what there is a specific part, we can say it is a 20 degrees Celsius. So like that we can give you a prompt with more accurate. If we want more detail or more exact data, then we can give like that. The generic question should have a generic answer, like that I mentioned. So the generic question is like Pune, we need to ask about Pune, and generic answer is like 25 degrees Celsius. But where am I? I'm in Chinchwad. So I need to get the answer like exactly where am I. That's why. Otherwise, the data is wrong, right? So if I'm seeing like 25 degrees Celsius, also 20 degrees Celsius with the clouds, raining situation, and here 25 degrees Celsius with the sunny. So the data is completely wrong, right? For me as of now, where am I? So need more elaborative input. The input should be elaborative, means a description. What we can say, more detail. More details should be there. Okay, so like that we can get the accurate answer. So that's why here the prompt engineering is coming in this query sorting. Okay, embedding, text should be converted into numbers. So why this embedding? So the question for embedding why is, embedding means numbers means we can say only PC can understand, right? Understand. So here PC means all machines, I would say. Okay, so numbers can be understandable by machines. So there is a term called a text should be converted into numbers. So if I give like hi, and it is saved as 0.0354792, like that. Hi, how how will be like 0.57 or something random numbers, or you, oh like that, 0.79, 0.87. So like this, so what are all the text that I am giving? Hi, how are you is the word. Okay, so in this hi, how are you word, the machine can transform here the transformation is coming, and the transformation is coming, and all the words can transform into the number format. Okay, so whatever I'm giving, it will take every all the words. Hi, how are you is just a one single word, sorry, one single sentence, and this whole sentence is chunked into numbers. So without embedding, they can't process the word, they can't give you the output. Oh, so that's why embedding comes in the process. Okay, and fine tuning. So fine tuning. Tuning means just configuring something for our best output. Okay, and the input should be specific about the query, like what I said, that prompt comparing to that. It should be more specific, like I am in the uh, what we can say, bus. Do I need an umbrella when I reach, for example, Pune railway station? So it can understand, like now I'm in the bus, and do I need an umbrella? So as of now I don't have umbrella, and if I reach the Pune station, do I need it? So here we can say bus, umbrella, and Pune station. So it will check the temperature in the Pune station location, and if it is rainy, it will give you a prompt like yes, if it is rainy in Pune. Otherwise it will give the no, you don't need, like this. So fine tuning, and for this fine tuning, the data model should give you the fine tuning results. So what is the data model here? For example, the data model should be travel, temperature, or we can say bus means, so what we can say, transport. So if we are giving like this kind of data model, then it will take the values or input, sorry, it will process the input from this kind of data model, and it will give you a perfect answer, yes or no. Okay, so train model for a work to get this, that's like whatever we are inputting, whatever we are giving the machine to train, and it will give you the answer according to that. Then better data gives a better solution. If I give an example, you can able to find it. This is an example. You are a Python developer. So in yellow, we can say it is giving a description about you. So description about you. So the following question will be, sorry, the following query will be considered only for the Python developer. Okay, and creating code for calculator. So purpose for calculator. Okay, for calculator I need to create a code, and I'm a Python developer, so the Python script will be created for a calculator and ensure easy and short form of coding. I don't want a complex coding, so I'm just giving the more descriptive values of the query. It should be short, like what we can say, adding to number x plus y equal to z. So if I give x equal to 1, and y equal to 1, then z equal to what will be 1 plus 1, yeah, 2, like this. Okay, so it should generate me a code which can be understood by the beginners. So it is like more descriptive, more descriptive. Okay, so in the technical term we can say this is fine tuning. Fine tuning, because I already gave the data model to work with the Python. So sorry, it is having knowledge about the codes Python, and fine tuning is more descriptive on it, and then blue descriptive value for the query. So for here we can say the blue color one is like transformer or embedding. because all the calculation processings are in this one blue color. Ensure make sure short codings from this one. So it will compensate all this numbers into small things, and it will calculate where I can do those things. Okay, so for a calculator with just a general query, so it will take it from a data model. So data model should be comparatively what we can say here, prompt engineering, like where I can take. So it is a prompt. So without a prompt or command, we can say this is a command. It can't be ending. It can't be a completed one, right? So if you take this green one, remove this green one. You are a Python developer. Ensure a easy short form of coding. Generate me a code which can be understood by the beginner. Anything understandable or anything meaning? No. So without this green part, without this prompt, this whole sentence is just a meaningless, right? And about you. So it is taking the data model, the sorry, the language model, or the input data, or the source you already gave. It should be a Python input working in the Python data model. Okay, if it is not a Python data model, it might give you a information about that. But if it is a Python model, and it will give you the exact answer for a calculator, and the calculator coding should be easy for a coder, and also the coder is a beginner, so it will give you a easy understandable code for you, a Python developer, for the preparation of a calculator software. So the result is 100% because what we already gave is correct. Means the query and the data model what we have implemented is the best way to get those answer, or get what we need from our query. So that's all about the knowledge that I have found for a generative AI. I feel that you have some knowledge about Gen AI after watching this video. It's me, Famika, signing off. Mutual guys in my next video. Peace.